Hola, my collective. How are you doing today? I hope everyone is well. I am sharing with you your energetic forecast for July 2019. Today is the very first day of the Mercury retrograde. And remember, in order for us to have the most smoothest retrograde ever, instead of catastrophic, there are a few things that we need to have in our artillery, our weapon belt, okay? Or in our cup. Do we remember what those things are? We need to have grace. This month is a month of grace. This month is for you to show people the graceful side of you, not the side of you that wants to talk out the side of your neck and cuss people out. It's not going to work. Shouldn't even be you anymore. We should shed those yous, okay? Next, we need compassion. We need compassion, and forgiveness during this month, because people are going to say things they don't mean. People are going to say things that's going to come off weird. People are going to do things that are going to come off weird to you and suddenly seem brand new. Except this time, it's not really showing them true selves to you like last month. This is showing you the side of you that's skewed because of Mercury retrograde. If you're working corporate, you have to keep this in mind. There's a lot of sheeple out there, okay? And the sheeple don't know what's happening or care not to believe in the Mercury retrograde. They just think that they're mulling around and have to go to work and have to make money and have to go home and do it all again the same day. These people are going to be particularly frustrated, particularly stressed, and particularly in your way. Why? Because you're light. If you are conscious of what's going on in the Mercury retrograde and wanting to vibrate higher than its effects, just to be able to receive the blessings and notice the lessons, then you have to understand that there's a lot of people around you who are going to gravitate towards your light. It just happens that way. So, how do we combat that? By having compassion, forgiveness, and to not allow ourselves to be moved off of our place of peace. The third component is patience. Patience. It is not something that everybody is good at. I totally get this. But patience has to be added in with the grace and compassion and a dash of humor. If you know what's really going on planetarily, and you know why people are acting cray-cray at work, then you have to act appropriately, okay? With great consciousness comes great responsibility. That way you can coast through this retrograde without being all gloom and doom and what's going to happen to me. Remember, you want to repair light repairs to your car ASAP. And I don't mean things that are like broke. What I'm talking about are like the air in your tires. Make sure the pressure in your tires is where it should be. I am down south, so there's a bunch of sheets, free air. Up north, there's Wawa, free air. There's no excuse. Check the air in your tires. Check the oil in your car. All of the routine things that you should have been checking, okay? So what I'm going to pull are our cards for the energetic forecast for this month. Your Mercury retrograde is calling for you to everything. R-E, okay? Rejuvenate yourself. That means time to get creative, okay? It means time to rest as well. Revisit the projects that you're working on. Redo things that you're doing. Rebrand the projects that you're working on. Rebrand the business that you're opening. Understand that you're not copping out on your mission statement by redoing it. You're refining it so that it matches who you are now. Okay? Boom. There's 1 and 2. We're going to get one more surrender card for this month's energetic forecast. And then I'm going to pull from our angel cards so that we have double the message. These videos will not be super long. My Let's Talk Light episodes. Ooh, yes. Apparently we're going to get 4. Boom and boom. These messages will not be lengthy, but I am sharing them to YouTube. So when you see me share this to my wall, or if you see it in your feed anywhere, please remember to hit subscribe below. And please share to your network, because everybody who can benefit from this knowledge is going to benefit. It makes your month a lot easier by not just reading all the articles that tell you how hard it is, but to hear from somebody how you can navigate higher than all of the tough, crazy stuff. The circus is down here. The circus and the sheeple are down here. Elevate your consciousness to be an observer of the circus. And when you do have challenges and dips in your path, we want you to flow through them. Okay? So, our reading. Angels say, clear your space. Clear your space. This is a good month to look around you and be like, what am I holding on to? What is all this stuff in the basement? What is all this stuff under the bed? What is all this stuff in the closet? Do I really need it? Because what you're wanting at the same time is some new stuff, right? Some new shit. But you can't get your new shit until you get rid of the clutter, okay? So we want to go ahead, and it's also good feng shui. Jophiel, Archangel Jophiel, get rid of the clutter, clear the energy around you, and use feng shui. So if you've been putting off spring cleaning, and it's now summer, okay? Take this month to hibernate in your home and really look at the things that you don't need anymore and get rid of them. Materials are not what this world is about. You guys know that. You need to stop tripping and get rid of some things. Sell it on OfferUp, whatever, okay? Trade it, barter it, because it doesn't serve you anymore, okay? Move on from that so that you can usher in some new, fresh energy. Next, this is Zadkiel, all right? He is wanting you to take in teaching and learning. No matter where you are on your ascension process, remember you always have something to offer your collective. I don't care if you look at other psychics or readers or people out there or gurus and you're like, oh my God, they know everything. They don't. This is an everlasting process of knowing more, opening your consciousness, and then turning around to your collective and sharing what you know. So start, using some inspiring memes in your posts. Don't share bad news because you only provoke fear and invoke fear, okay? So a lot of teaching and learning going on this month. Be aware of what lessons are trying to present themselves to you. It's not going to come up and pop up on a chalkboard. It's going to pop up in the experiences that are brought to your face, with the relationships and the situations that are brought to you. So you have to be willing to not be like, oh my God, why is this happening to me? And be like, why is this happening to me? What is the universe trying to show me? What lesson am I cycling back around that I could possibly be like absorbing the lesson from? Sometimes it just takes total acceptance of what is so that you can acknowledge it and let it go. Okay? So those are from our angels, and surrender cards from our guides. The first one, surrender to rest and sleep. So this is not the month to like charge through work. There has to be a balance. And if you've been putting in the work towards your goals the month prior in March, April, May, and June, then you need to be able to coast this month and just do what is good for your frequency, where you're not feeling like you're stressed out, or you're not feeling like you're burnt out. To prevent a burnout, slow down. Honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate. You have to be able to do this because once the retrograde is over, all the things that you've been working on are going to start popping off. You have to have enough energy to deal with that, okay? Next, surrender your outdated beliefs of yourself. This is the perfect time. I'm telling you, all these leaves, they're going to fall. The retrograde is going to help you shed what no longer serves you by way of experience, or people really showing who they are, or people falling away out of your life, people vibrating out. And even if it's temporarily, they don't need to be in your frequency for the moment. Energetic cords and connections can always be reestablished in healthier ways. So instead of like wallowing over why it's not there, we are to turn our focus to ourselves to go ahead and shed what doesn't serve us anymore. And this is from the past. And these are rooted issues. These are a lot of red, the root chakra up in here, a lot of yellows, the solar plexus. People and programming that made you feel like you are this person, this is who you have to be. That is not true. This is not who you have to be. You are to reinvent yourself. Well, you should have been working on that last month, but last month kind of threw some doozies in there to help you see what you really wanted out of life. But you have to understand that there's a lot of coats a lot of coats that you're wearing that you don't need to wear. You are not a victim. You are not, yes, you're not a victim. You're not a victim of doubt. You're not a victim of low self-esteem. You're not a victim of abuse. Those are things that are outdated. And it doesn't matter how long ago it happened, you drop them like it's hot. You drop the coat, okay? You don't have to wear these layers anymore. And we want you to just burn them off, rinse them off, whatever element you'd like. We need you to shed the outdated beliefs of yourself so that you can walk into your full power. You are not who you were yesterday. So you certainly are not who you were years ago in your teenage years when you were being conditioned about who you were. Drop it like it's hot. Why does that make so much sense? Because it's time for you to step into your full power. You cannot surrender to your full power if you're still wearing coats that don't serve you anymore. So we need to shed all of these things. Write down all of the people, all of the situations that made you feel less than. All of the people who disappointed you. You need to get rid of repressed emotions, okay? Repressed situations, because they're blocking you from your full power. And this is what you need to do this month. This is a hibernation month, okay? So no need to go cray-cray with new projects, new contracts, new starts, new. This is the time to revisit what's going on. So in case you missed it so far, surrender to sleep and rest. So when you're feeling tired, you guys are going through upgrades right now. You're receiving a crap load of photons from the sun, from solar flares, from everything, because your body is ascending with Gaia. So when you feel tired, sleep. Don't grab coffee, okay? Sleep and don't grab soda. You should start every day with a bottle of water or some water, okay? That's how you rejuvenate yourself. It is necessary. Make time for nap time. Also, try to get your full night's rest, or whenever you rest, okay? Because this pushing yourself is going to burn yourself out. You're going to be more stressed and more frustrated when neither one of those are necessary, okay? And then drop it like it's hot. All these old yous that people told you you were. If it's not how you feel about yourself, drop it. And even if it is how you feel about yourself, if you are not love, and you are not light, and you are not divine, and you are not lovable, and you are not successful, and you are not abundant, then it's not you. Drop it. So you really have to write down what values you have about yourself, how you feel about yourself, what you see for yourself, because that's where your full power is. And if you notice the orange, it's also time to get creative, because that's how you're going to melt away a lot of that stress, is by getting creative. That's what us divine feminines do. Even if you're a male, your divine feminine energy is that of creative expression. That's where your full power is, all sitting up under your kundalini energy. So then guess what's under that, y'all? Surrender to miracles. So of course, after we've respected our frequency and gotten some rest and gotten some relaxation, we're going to be able to be in the trajectory of this timeline of miracles. After we've dropped these outdated beliefs that were stressed, outdated beliefs that were the things that we want are so far over there, and there's somebody or something in between me and what I want, that's another outdated belief. When we drop that, we get closer to our miracles. And then when we realize that we are co-creators in our divine, that we are co-creators in our life, that we are co-creators in everything that's happening to us, then you're surrendering into your full power, because you dictate what's going on. Monitor your thoughts, monitor your actions, and then be open to your miracles. And if you still feel like you're outside of your miracles, you need to spend this month writing down every day something that you're thankful for. Okay? So that is your July energetic forecast. If you tuned in at the end, make sure to hit replay. And once again, these are insiders of my Let's Talk Light group on Facebook at Let's Talk Light 777, because these will then be turned into YouTube videos. Beta testing now. Yes, even I am working on the things that I said I didn't have time to do, because Spirit is pushing us, guys. Let yourself be guided. I love you. I love you, my collective.